Hello everybody, and welcome to what's going to be quite a strange video to make, which I'll get into in a second. But in terms of actual Minecrafty goodness, I've decided we're going to walk this way. That's going to be our thing today. That direction is heading towards this bit that we got to via a portal. So just going to walk. There's a little island there. We're going to walk that way, just kind of fill this gap in a little bit. I did say about walking west, which is that way, but we'll save that for future videos of Minecraft. We've already sort of started loading this way, so we'll go for a walk. I'll be brutally honest with you, I might create a flyback, depending on how long we go, so we have to fight our way through the nether, or do we take some obsidian just in case? We can do that. This is a very strange video to make, and I'll explain that in a minute, but something that might give you a bit of an eye to what might be the problem is it is the 8th of July, 8th of July, 8th of May, when I'm recording this, so this should hopefully maybe give you a bit of an idea of what I'm going to be talking about while playing Minecraft. Is it stony stuff? Is that what I need? Obsidian, yes. I also hate the speed, I'll be honest with you. Right, so we need to wander away from the lava chicken stand. I'm just going to wander off this way. I've got plenty of chicken kicking about, yes. Yep, okay, let's go. So why is this a strange video? Well, I woke up this morning, so it's Friday. I have a day off today, so I should have... In the UK, it's what we call a bank holiday. It's basically like a public holiday. It's called May Day. It's just like the first Monday of May. You get a day off. And I was doing a course, a hybrid Windows infrastructure course, which has some stories I might say for another day. Because that ran from Monday to Thursday, I forgot it was a bank holiday, which is why I booked it. Or do we play in here for this episode? Do we try and... Okay, that's what we'll do this episode. We'll explore this. I've changed my mind. So... I've got both picks to me, which is good. What we decided to do was that, okay, in that case then, we'll say that you were off on Monday, but then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll put you in as your course time, so you're not like, you're just moving your days around, you're not like defrauding the business out of anything, because work paid for it. But it means that you get your day off that you're going to have. It's just easier than trying to shift stuff about. So, yeah, in their calendar it says I was off on Monday with everybody else. And then it was just a Tuesday to Friday course. But again, as I say, what actually happened was I had this Friday off instead, the day I'm recording this on. So, let's fuck you off immediately. Thank you. Now... I woke up this Friday, Thursday sort of day night with my girlfriends. Woke up on the Friday morning, went into Twitter. I'm not sure if it was the first thing I went into or whatever, or X or whatever you want to call it this week. And top of the page was, of course, a post from Minecraft basically saying that Guude had been, you little bastard, that Guude had been kicked out and they wanted nothing to do with him anymore. It's essentially what it says. It was a short statement for now, but they said that they were going to do something later in the week to sort of clear up what is going to happen. Because obviously Minecraft is a big organisation. It's also very much a Guude thing. It was Guude's single player, they turned multiplayer. He did the same thing again for the Rebirth, and that inspired this world coming back. I did used to have it in the description. I've since removed it. It turns out the reason why is because Guude was arrested. And funny enough, Rich MC, I believe is his name, who's one of the new Minecrackers, actually thought the same as me, that it was going to be for drugs. Although there was a bit of me that also went, drugs in like 2026 is not the worst thing in the world, you know, especially if it didn't affect Minecraft. In terms of, you know, he didn't do something like spend, you know, the latest charity money on it or something like that. But no, it was CSAM, which first in the UK we would just call that child pornography. We don't sort of put a nice cushy initials or anagram or whatever it's called to it. We just call it like it is. It was child porn. 10 counts, which means 10 videos. Technically it's second degree sexual assault of a minor. I presume first degree is when you physically do it, and second degree, because it's technically slightly less worse, is when you watch somebody else do it, which was the case. 10 videos. Went onto the Minecraft subreddit, and it turns out that yeah, they had a screenshot, and in fact actually this was under the Twitter thing as well. They have a screenshot of his like arrest, sort of who we have in jail at the whatever it is, sheriff's office, and yeah, it's good. So that's horrific. And what somebody else? Oh my god, I'm full up already. How's this happened? Something that I didn't necessarily expect was that you can actually see their full warrant, and part of that full warrant gave you details of these 10 counts. And again, as I say, these 10 counts is 10 videos, so they told you about these videos. So they gave the file name, which was the date, and I presume this is the date it was downloaded, but that's not confirmed, but it's definitely a date and time. It gave the approximate age of the children involved, which for 9 of these 10 videos was between sort of 6 and 11, maybe. I think there was one that went up to 11, but most of them were 6 to 9, to be honest. And they'd say a child of 6 or 7, or a child of 7 or 8, or blah 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 blah. It also told you what happened in the video, which is why I do not recommend. Because the thing is, like, I can see Russians getting blown up in Ukraine, fine, and maybe that's a bit because they're sort of villains of the peace, if you like, or what. But you know, I've never flinched when I saw sort of the 9/11 videos, or anything like that. Although it's, I guess in some ways a bit less graphic. But the descriptions of these videos, I know there's like, obviously all types of this stuff is terrible, but you can still say that a type is worse than the other, in like the same way that you would say about cancer or something like that. But no, these videos, obviously the ages are horrific, and also this wasn't like sometimes you'll hear where it's like, oh yeah, they had loads of pictures of kids in bathtubs, which is weird and unsettling, and obviously not great if they're not your own kids. I still think it's weird if they are your own kids or like family kids. Like I remember there's like a really old picture of a really old relative, obviously when they were young, naked in a bath, and I felt very awkward that you could see stuff there, to the point where that picture did get taken down eventually. I think I even put something on it that upset people, so then they took it down and said, oh, you know, it's just family bath time, family memories. But I was like, it just feels weird. It feels weird. So that was, but I have seen that before. Or you'll see where people like post pictures of the kids in the bath on like Instagram or whatever, and put like an emoji over the bits. It's like that even that is weird as fuck to me. I don't know. But anyway, that is somewhat light. Again, still weird, creepy, don't do it, whatever. But that's like, no, this was having sex with children. This was, yeah. I want to say, if you have a really strong stomach, you can find it in the long Reddit thread about this on the Minecraft subreddit. But I do not recommend you read it, because I felt awful all day. I've actually sort of half recorded this before, where I was just talking into the microphone, just trying to get off my chest. I felt a lot better, and I decided to record this because it felt weird doing a Minecraft video and not referencing it. It almost felt like an elephant in the room. But yeah, just not good, is it? Oh, I'm about to get fucking killed. That's it. That's. See, obviously, thoughts go out to the fucking kids in the videos. Also go out to his kid, definitely. I mean, like, he uploaded a video 4 days ago where he said that she was being a brat. She's like 14, I think. He said, oh, she's being a brat and being like a teenager or whatever. But I'm not going to say anything because I know her friends watch this and I don't want to embarrass her. And I'm like, well, you've done something worse now. Well, you'd already done it by that point, but you know what I mean. You've found something else now. I feel so sorry for his kid. And his kid, if his kid's actually called Apple, that's so unfortunate. It's not just another Jane or Megan or something like that. Like, Apple's pretty... I'm not sure if that was just like a name for the internet. I also feel sorry, presuming they knew nothing about it, which is a big sort of asterisk, for his ex-wife that he had his daughter with, and his current wife. That's just... Yeah, I do feel, as long as they didn't know anything, obviously, I do feel sorry for them. Sort of down a tier from there, you've got all the people that work with him. I mean, there's a video of Milby, he was streaming at the time, when he found out, somebody told him, like live on stream, so you can see his reaction. Rich MC has just quit Minecraft, abandoned a beautiful build he was doing, just said, nah, not for me. Minecraft, probably not Minecraft. I'm still a bit sick, by the way, if you didn't watch my last F1 video. Oh, God. Get rid of that. So it's just kind of horrific for them. That you know, people like Arcus that had sort of dropped out of Minecraft and just had a channel there that was kind of dead and deleted it, gone, bang, it was just the easy thing I think for them to do. I even had Minecraft in my descriptions for these videos, and I have hopefully removed all references to it out of the description. I tried searching for Minecraft in YouTube to see if maybe it would search the descriptions. I guess maybe I could use Gemini to do it. They came up with one video that had been removed already to do with making a moving world border. So that was a shame that I can't do that in a sort of more automatic way. I've done all the ones for this series. Other series might just stay where they are. But you know, for some people, it's like all of their content. You know, both old and new. You know, you've got people like AJ, who is another one of the new Minecrackers. Who, you know, so much content was made with Guude because she was so excited about finally being on, you know, on this thing that she'd watched when she was younger as well. It's just such, you know, such a weird thing. Spooky noises. I didn't bring a bed with me. Perfection. You know, so much of her content, she's a new channel, so much of her content was based around that. You know, if she deletes that, oh, I had loads of torches, didn't I? Balls. You know, she might as well delete her channel if she's going to delete all of it. You know, it's that effective. You know, and obviously we don't know as of yet. No, give that back. what they are going to do with Minecraft. He's been kicked. I think what they should do is try and take the people and just roll it into something new with, you know, Beef at the helm. Maybe it's finally Beef's time to sort of jump ahead. And there were some others that were sort of leading that new version of Minecraft. It wasn't just all good. So I think that they could scoop the people up and just go somewhere new and sort of, you know, it's he who shall not be named. You know, the whole Minecraft group. Ooh. Ooh. Do some more mining in here. But yeah, I think the sort of Minecraft name, because it's so good, is dead in the water. Anything else that I really want to say about that? I don't know. I've just felt really weird all day. Because I really, like some people say, oh, I could tell from his laugh. But I don't know if that as well. Another thing that people don't seem to have picked up on, which I think there's a point to be made, is so the file starts from, I feel like the 8th of August towards the end of September of 2015, if I'm reading the dates right. I think it's year, month, day. In fact, it must be, because obviously there isn't a 27th month. So what's really weird is that all of these videos, presuming that's the day they were downloaded, presumably they were the day that they downloaded. That was around the time that his single player switched to multiplayer. Because all his single player had loads of support from old Minecrafters and other people. You know, even people that didn't go play on the server in the end when it moved to being a server, but just in general were really pleased for him to be back because he had retired. You know, if that's it, if that is the 10 videos, that was what he watched, so that was it. What was so weird about those 2 months? Or even if it was just the date they were created and they were downloaded after. It still doesn't mean this has been going on for years. You know, so like he was prolific for years and years and years, like Jimmy Savile or someone like that. It looks like it was a fairly recent thing. What happened? What switched? What, you know, even if, you know, it was in his head all this time that he had these sort of thoughts. Where, you know, what allowed them to break free and get actually acted on? Oh, fucking hell. You know, if that's it, either it's those 2 months, in which case it's really weird because he had so much stuff going for him at that point. Or it's happened after that at some point, and again, I don't know what would have sort of made him crack. Pun definitely not intended. I don't know. It's just a weird thing that I think no one else seems to have spotted or mentioned. It's just fucking such a disappointment. Like, ooh, fuck. You know, this you know, the Minecraft community, I'm so glad I'm not a Minecraft only YouTuber. Jesus. That's just fucking bad news for anybody. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. I wanted to say something, because otherwise if I just kind of removed it from the description and just carried on playing this, it'd feel like too much of an elephant in the room. I do think that what I've said so far is better than what I said before, but I mean, there is, oh my god, there is like no redemption because of the type of material that it was. Not that there really is anyway, but I mean, there's like, There's nothing that he could say at this point that would make it better. Somebody shoot me from this way as well. So that's going to be it. That's probably where I'm just going to, unless there's something, you know, massive happens. That's probably where I'm going to leave it as well. But yeah, I'm glad, or at least I'm going to leave that topic. But yeah, it's like a bit of childhood gone. Oh, I shouldn't have brought to do with me, really. Never mind. Yeah. So let's go back to. Let's talk about hybrid server AC800 801 from Microsoft. Dripstone. So I did that, and what was really annoying was because I paid in pounds, and it was at sort of UK sensible times. I thought it was going to be with someone British, well, not British, but it was going to be, you know, UK based. So that it was. It's Cloud that, which is an Indian company. There's actually 2 people on this course. It was me and a guy from Italy. So it's the first time I've ever seen like meeting lag in Teams, where if we were both writing a message at the same time, I would send a message, it would appear in the box, and then his messages would appear above mine because he technically sent it beforehand based on the timestamps. I'm just getting over a bad chest infection, so apologies if I'm a bit hoarse. Whose horse is that? So no, a lot of stuff had to be repeated because, of course, you had a strong Indian accent with. It turns out it was AirPods Pros, but it did sound like the cheapest, crappiest headset in the world. She was on a Windows machine with AirPods Pros, so maybe that's why they sounded so terrible. Cause I'm sure mine don't sound that bad, but the only time I've ever used it was through Apple equipment. And obviously there is a good chance of Apple that it will just have some better processing or something with their own equipment. And to be fair, she was fine again. It was just, especially because at the beginning of the training, I was in full on dying of man flu mode, and it just wanted to crawl into a ball and cry. But I've still got some sort of brain haze. But no, it turned out that this. So it turned out that the one of the person on this course was Italian, so they both speak their second language, and I think the trainer was better at English than the Italian. Because as I say, in the last couple of days where I was a lot better, I could understand her a lot better as well. I'm not sure if I sort of tuned in, but yeah, this red's quite nice, but I don't really have the inventory space for it. That was a bit Raspberry Ripley. So that was fun. We had to go over things so many times. Which I had to go over a couple of things again myself, and maybe, you know, if there was enough people there, we'd have had to go over everything anyway, because one person out of the 8 of us, let's say, would need to go for it again, which is fair enough. But it was just everything, and some of it was very simple to the point where I'm sure it was just a bit lost in translation. Like one of them, and it probably doesn't, this isn't great that I haven't done the exam yet, I've forgotten this, but I think Windows storage spaces, and then you have storage spaces direct. So regular storage spaces, basically you combine multiple disks, physical hard disks, within a machine into one big shebang. So, let's say you have 4 5TB drives. You can combine them, so to the computer or the server, it looks like you have one 20TB drive, and you can fill it with redundancy, and it might not always be 20, blah 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 blah. That's how it works. Direct, which you would think that one probably should be, Direct allows you to do it so that all the drives don't have to be in the same machine. That's essentially the only difference. I went through it 3 times, and I think it's because they would give us such a different name, such a different name, and a name that was kind of backwards. That's where the confusion came from. But yeah, I don't know why I'm mining iron or coal. And I'm thinking about making a gold farm. It was just something to do while speaking about other stuff. Because what I was sort of half doing was going to look for... I've been here already. Was to half look for a base to possibly build this castle. But it feels weird because it's like, I'm inspired to do that by Minecraft, which is now a bad thing. She's got to suck for the poor fuckers that did all that stuff. Well, that's heading back towards the base. These are definitely different to how they used to be. Ooh, a thingamabob sheep. I should maybe... Ooh. Okay. Have we got enough sheep to do killing? Actually, I've got 4,000 million iron. Let's use some shears. Oh, grey wool. No. This is a new type of... Oh no, it's just the leaves that are different. Okay, fair enough. Right, let me... Ooh. That's a baby zombie, I think. Drilling a hole. Need a crafting table. While we're here, put that down and try and sort some shit out. So okay. Okay, I think we're still heading this way. Whoops. Oh no, that's back towards my base. We want to head this way. An egg! Ouch. So that was my week. Is that another thing of torches used up? Really? Well, okay. Apparently we do need to get some of that out. Okie dokie, whoops. So we're actually heading more towards 0 this way, which is interesting. Okay. Which makes me feel like, you know, 'cause you usually spawn around 0, don't you? So does that mean we're... We must have started... That's around 0, 0, so we must have started there, so... I think this is us actually moving across here now, maybe? Fuck knows at this point. To be honest with you, I've done the main thing I wanted to do, which was sort of get back on the horse and not feel weird about making a Minecraft video again. I'm happy with this. The original one I did, where I just spoke to the microphone, was going to put... where the... There it is. Yeah, because it just have been the elephant in the room, really. Because a lot of the Minecraft server as it is would have to go as well. If I can remember looking in this sort of crater here. Because we did run this way, of course, at one point to try and fight the weather, until I realised that what I was doing was a terrible idea, and went and just crawled around my base instead. This thing looks interesting. And there's another one of those over here. Can maybe have a quick look, see if I can find anything. Oh, nearly. Yeah, if we want to do some caving, this is definitely a good area to come out to do some caving. Isn't this where... I don't think you ever saw this, but I did. This is weird because you guys won't have seen this. I think in here there's a bed. No, I ripped it all out. There was originally a bed in there at some point. Ooh. Golden zombie. This is the problem with modern Minecraft. It always used to be a problem with modded. As I say, it's now come to vanilla that you end up with so much shite in your inventory. You're a normal zombie. Spider. You are a bad spider. Oh, fuck. Off then. Fuck. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. The bossy damage was painful. This adds another dimension to you trying to get back home. Oh, for frick's sake. Right, can I try and... there is still one somewhere. This is what I'm looking for. Something that is new, or I think in the next version, maybe if not this one, is of course they're getting rid of detector activator. Oh, you little bastard. Getting rid of finding... Oh, fuck off. Finding naming things, name tags in chests. You're just going to be able to craft it now, which is a spawner. I think these would have been pre-spawned. Oh, sharpness 4, that's a good one. 2 record discs, some diamond horse armor, which I think you can now craft as well. But they weren't taken out of chests. Bit weird. Christ, how many 13 discs have we got? I'll keep that there for now. Not sure I'll ever use it, but never mind. Right, so we're now heading into the sand area. I'll eat this bread up to get rid of it. So many caves in this. I can never think of like what to put here. Because something that like immediately sprung to mind was like a wooden castle. Is that B? Well, obviously wouldn't grow in this kind of area, although apparently it does up there. I'm not sure if I came out this far or not. Certainly didn't get this stuff. Couple of free. Some of this, which I think is valuable for some reason. I don't know why, or it just looks cool. A camel! I'm not sure if I've actually seen them yet or not. How do you tame a camel? Can they wear horse armor? I know obviously you have to make a cutout for the hump. Are they not camels? What's the other one? Alpacas maybe? Oh no, they're a camel, they've got a hump. I do feel a bit curty doing this. The camel, I don't want to be spat at, so I'm keeping sort of half a distance. It does feel weird that I know that we're going to walk through the sand and eventually get into ice. And I know that Antarctica or whatever is still technically a desert. But still. Ooh. Bang, bang. Continuing on. I am running the right way, aren't I? It's just more of this area starting. Nope, still going the right way. Now into minus on the Z. Yeah, somehow this has got a transition from... I mean, I guess maybe through that is how it's transitioning from desert to snow. Which is a bit strange. See some trees starting. And then like bang, mountains. Wow, they really are just all of a sudden. Shame I don't have a saddle. Although, are they craftable? Are there any cows anywhere? These are nice. Horses, can I see any cows? Pumpkins. Pumpkin! A bat out in the day. More horses. Baby horses! Hello! Oh, I think you have a funny run. Do it again. Okay. You carry on with your silly little runs for us. Oh, look at these chickens. I guess there's one less chicken farmer now. Too soon. Ooh, I'm starting to get numbness in my fingers. Oh, I got rid of all the bones. I could have had a wolfie. Have I had a wolfie in here yet? I have a wolfie in the Minecraft memory, not Minecraft even, memory lane. Oh. You see, this was kind of like how my island was. There was a little break there, and I dug it out, and I generally can't remember where it was. So clearly I did a good job. Maybe I should have brought a lightress for this. Maybe doing this overground would have been more fun. So the thing is, like, let's say I wanted to build a castle here. Do I need to be worried about height limit? Because that's going to be like 150. Isn't the height limit only like 300? This is another sort of thing that we're doing, that if I found a really nice spot that I could build a castle, like it keeps going up and up and up. Oh, here's some cows. I might kill you just in case. Fucking, yeah. Like if I make it all the way to the top of this, could I build a castle on the top of this peak? Different kind of wolfies. Lots of animals around as well, so it'd be good to sort of, you know, sort of a castle and village within its walls. Oh boys. first of all. Yoink. Oh, there's loads. Was there another one over here that I saw? No? Oh, it's a volcano! I guess is the idea, maybe? With the lava on top? Some more emerald over here. Okay, so it will need lots of terraforming. So probably this level will probably be wicked, as apparently according to that noise, would be sort of leveled out. Because what I want is I wanted there to be a steepish climb. I think this is the peak. A steepish climb on all sides, which I think is what we've got. It falls away on all sides. I mean, this obviously doesn't fall down quite as steep, but this could be our sort of... See, it does drop down here, where it sort of drops down and then goes back up again. If we got sort of this level and flattened it out, this could sort of be the sub sort of area for some villages. And I have seen there is a village somewhere. So yeah, maybe this could be... And again, it makes sense to maybe do it at this height. But this is 150 blocks high. Minecraft build limit. 384 blocks. From -64 to 319. So we would have 150 blocks plus a bit to play with, basically. And the idea is that I would want castle walls, then sort of an outer area, and then a castle built in the middle. I think this is a decent size. It's not too big, it's not too small. Something that would have been a pain is if I'd have built it just in the middle of a massive plains biome, is trying to do the size. I kind of know what the size is going to be because it's going to be constrained by this. Let me just... It is miles away from our other base, but you know, the power of Nether compels you. I'm going to have a look in this village, see if there's anything of immediate interest. Whoops. Whoop. Death, apparently. Whoop. Hello, good farmer. Ooh, sorry. Shh. Shh. Ooh. There is a what's it here? Also have acacia tables for eating. I like that they're not just made out of different woods now. They're actually like different buildings. It's not the best village in the world. Thank you for your bread. Don't know why I do that accent. Ignore me. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is a bit cozy. Oh, has that got them all up? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. As soon as you're not using it, bang! Hope he had a small meltdown that I dare use his bed. What's else over that? But I think that's Savannah cows. I mean, what I'm slightly worried of is that I'm going to start taking layers off of this mountain that I'm commandeering, and then realise there's a massive what's it under there that I'm going to have to try and fill in. But hopefully not. What have you got? Bread. Thank you. And we've got, you know, if we do really struggle for food, we've got this. 'Cause this is one of the sort of things. It's like, well, do we duplicate things? Like, do I try and build a villager version of the chicken cooker? Build that again? I don't want to duplicate things if I don't need to. But it would be cool to maybe, you know, bring the... Oh yes, there's going to be something big under here, I think, when I start digging. But, yes. If I go to here, can we see where we are? Where are we? We're at 1641 minus 145, so 1641. So we're like here-ish, I think, based on our map. If I refresh the world? I'm sure we've got to be here somewhere. One 641. And that minus 6. Yeah, we've got to be here. I think this is the... It's just really bizarre, 'cause it's definitely not down there. I think we've gone through this. Gone through, and we're now in this bit, but this bit hasn't, like... I'm sure we're in this spot there, but I don't know why it isn't loading. Let me... Just worrying me how long it takes it to load stuff, this computer. Why is this taking so long? Set the disk. Yeah, we're there. I don't know why it isn't loading it. Right. So we are at 1642. Yeah, we're in a bit that unmined you just like can't see for some reason. We're in that bit. Oh. Right, okay. Fair dues, that is my backup. It's loaded. Whoops. Okay, let's actually load the right one, shall we? Come on, that one, that one. But again, it should be there and it hasn't loaded it for some reason. Lukewarm ocean. I mean, there's stuff that we definitely, like, still haven't done in this game, obviously. Like, not done any of the water temple stuff. But no, we're, like, here. And this version of Unbind doesn't seem to be able to see it. And there doesn't seem to be a way of... Because if I go show hide markers, turn on where a local player is, I'm not there where I should be, and I'm not here where I currently am. Just in this sort of strange no man's land. I'm sure once I finish recording, it'll suddenly jump into life and be fine. I don't be surprised if I do it now, it'll be fine. Now I fully quit the game. Come on, I'm tired, I want to go to bed. So, didn't sleep exactly brilliantly when I was sick. Come on, mind. Weird. I'll have a play with it another day, I think, but thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me get all that stuff off my chest, and I'm sure there'll be other people who are just like, you know, feel, I guess, like me, there's just a bit of a shit show. But never mind. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.